It is Thursday, the 8th day of July, 2021. Although we are an entirely apolitical podcast, I have something that I need to talk about. It's something that I saw on Twitter recently, but apparently is kind of old. Seems there are a number of folks that believe a couple of sadly outrageous, like crazily fucking outrageous things. First, that John F. Kennedy Jr., who died in a tragic plane crash 22 years ago next week, is actually not dead. According to some QAnon types. Not only that, but he's suddenly a Republican, right? And it doesn't end there. Because second, according to these same folks, JFK Jr., JFK, as in John F. Kennedy Jr., is going to ascend to the right hand of Donald Trump on August 21st, 2021, when he takes over as president. This is like the fourth or fifth date since the inauguration in the end of January that supposedly Donald Trump was going to take over. It's like those old billboards that you would see on the side of the road when that proclaim that the end of the world is coming on this exact date. They were on 93 all the time, especially the ones coming into the city. Apparently that was a cheaper one. Now look, there's an awful lot to unwrap there. I needed to know how this came up, and upon review, it seems that this has been around. This has been a theory bandied about for well over 3 years. And it's because of a fucking message board poster saying that JFK Jr. faked his own death and is currently living as an overweight, poker-playing financial advisor in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I shit you not. I've always been the sort to sort of avoid these kinds of fantasies as they're usually dangerous in some way, shape, or form, but this one is particularly troubling. The fantastical nonsense that these people conjure up is astonishing. What are you so afraid of that you need to convince yourself that somehow John F. Kennedy Jr. is alive? Which is one thing on its own. But the second thing, right? JFK Jr. was so fucking liberal that he probably had an elephant tattooed on his ass and jerked off to Hillary Clinton. But him being a lifelong liberal and the son of literally the first, quote, liberal, end quote, as deemed by the right, that was, a campaign tactic. But JFK once said, quote, "I'm proud to say I'm a liberal," end quote. But apparently none of that is enough to dissuade these bleach-drinking morons to think otherwise. It's stunning to me. Stunning. That I find that the collective IQ of this country gets lower and lower by the day. That's why you're listening to this podcast. All of that and so much more on episode number 81, the Randy Moss episode. I'm not going to say anything here that anyone that gives a shit about football doesn't already know. I tried to download a bunch of Randy Moss quotes, but first, it's not as if there weren't any, because there were, but a lot of them were built into fucking 10-minute long videos, and I really didn't want to snip that apart. I'm lazy. And we've all heard the straight cash, homie. You don't need to hear that again from me, do you? Randy Moss, one of the greatest fucking receivers of all time. And the 3 full seasons that he played for the Patriots were probably could be three of the greatest seasons, wide receiver seasons of all time. Period. End of story. That's all right here, right now, on Complaints and Observations.
Still, the most less than average podcast on the internet. With a host who's the smartest person in the room when he's the only one there. A continuing odyssey into mediocrity. Guaranteed to make you question your life choices and your own sanity. This is Complaints and Observations with Dave LaPointe. Who the hell is Dave LaPointe?
All right, how we doing? Good. Welcome to another edition of Wholly Unimportant Bullshit, hosted by yours truly, where I go through a bunch of shit that I saw during the week and talk about it. None of it at all important. That's what we do here on the show. Right off the top, why does Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond still get played literally everywhere? Have people not, and I say this all the time, but have people not listened to the lyrics of the song and know what the song is about? It's not overtly pedophilic, if you will. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's just sort of implied. And it's, even if it's not, it's weird. It's still weird. He's talking about an 8-year-old girl. It has nothing to do with sports or literally anything else. It's befuddling. I don't get it. Earlier today at the semifinal for the Euro 2020 tournament, before the game at Wembley Stadium, Sweet Caroline. How does that fit? Is it just the bop 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 part? Is that, find another song, or better yet, record another song that has that sort of call and response type of thing. You can do it. I'm sure somebody can. But yeah, a bunch of bullshit to talk about today. Nothing really great. We did have the 4th of July. I hope you enjoyed your 4th of July. Not that I really care, but I hope that you did. 25 years ago yesterday, July 7th, 1996, your wonderful host here was 18 years old, fresh out of high school. No fucking clue what he was going. Well, I shouldn't say that. I did have an idea of what I was going to do at the time. Just that didn't work out. But big night in the world of professional wrestling as Hulk Hogan turned heel, joined the Outsiders in what became, quite frankly, the coolest goddamn thing in the history of professional wrestling. Now, you may not be a professional wrestling fan, and if you're not, I get it. It's not for everybody. I am. I'm not. My fandom has really waned here over the course of the last few years, I would say. I still watch. There's a handful of things I still watch, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on this show in the past. But what happened that particular evening is still. And I watched the video today, and and then read a story on Sports Illustrated about how that whole thing came together and how initially it wasn't going to be Hulk Hogan as a third man. It was going to be Sting, which would have been cool, but I don't think it would have had the staying power that Hogan did, because Hogan was massive. He was huge. He was a worldwide superstar. And for him to turn heel was just, yowzer. Wow. And the thing of it is, okay, and I'm going to talk about these things as if you don't give a shit, but that's fine. I don't really care. When it happened and you're watching it and you're like, oh my God. And me personally, I grew up in that fucking prime Hulk Hogan time. So, being a wrestling fan as a kid, Hulk Hogan was massive. And then, it's Hogan to Savage. Savage was my guy. But Hogan, of course, was huge. So when he made that turn and he joined Hall and Nash, it was a seismic shift in the way that the business did business. Is a good way to put it, because it became cool to like the bad guy, which I'm not sure if that's what they were shooting for when they came up with it, but it worked. I mean, it worked like a fucking charm. And the thing that kills me about that initial video is, one, Hogan screwed up the name New World Order multiple times. He kept calling it New World Organization, which just doesn't flow, you idiot. Bobby Heenan ruined it as he's walking down to the ring when he's like, whose side is he on? So, I have a feeling he had an idea that that could happen, but from the story that I read, it was as if nobody really knew until like the day of. Hall and Nash had no idea. They thought it was going to be Sting. It wasn't. The match itself, and this was something that I totally forgot because I watched a majority of the actual match, but there was a fuck up, and somehow, like, Lex Luger got knocked out, and he was out of the ring for pretty much the last like 10 minutes of the match. It was supposed to be like a 2-on-3. I think it was 2-on-3 match, but it ended up being 2-on-2 because Luger was out. So Heenan almost kind of ruins it. And then, they get in the ring and Hogan does the leg drops and a bunch of times. And one thing I didn't notice before is that he's not wearing wrestling boots. He's wearing cowboy boots, which I never realized until today. If you go back and watch it, he's literally wearing cowboy boots. You don't know because they're yellow, but I mean, you can kind of get an idea that he's, it looks like he's a little unsure on his feet. Once you know that he's wearing cowboy boots instead of wrestling boots, and he talks about it, he's like, "Oh, such a rookie move. Can't believe it." But it was funny. The thing that put it over the top, though, okay, and this has been said before, but I'll repeat it. Mean Gene Okerlund was so good at his fucking job, which was, I mean, what was his job? To pretend to be like a serious journalist in the wrestling world? That was Mean Gene's job. You want to talk about like one of the best acting jobs ever? Mean Gene. And he comes in the ring and he's like, quite frankly, you make me sick. It's like, what? What's he talking about? But as you watch it, and the more and more you watch it, you realize that he is carrying that whole thing. He led Hogan throughout the entire promo. Hogan can't get out of the old Hulk Hogan cadence. But, I mean, without NWO, there's no... I don't think there's a Steve Austin. I don't think there's a Bill Goldberg. I mean, The Rock still might have been a thing, but like DX wouldn't have been a thing. So, it changed the business. And it made it more fun. It was fun. It got stale pretty quick. Probably by the following summer. It got kind of stale. But yeah, good times, huh? Wrestling. Let's talk wrestling, right? No, nobody cares. But then again, nobody listens to this for fucking any goddamn reason other than they're bored out of their mind. Background noise at work, or as my friend John does when he's mowing his lawn, which is, he probably can hear me. This is complaints and observations. That's what John hears every time he listens to my podcast. So thanks, John. If you listen to this, thank you. But yeah, good stuff, huh? What else did I want to talk about? So, wow. I mean, I got a list of shit, but again, I could bring up. I asked last week's would-be guest to come back onto the show for an interview. Never heard back from him. So my guess is that we'll never hear from Nolan again, which is a shame because that interview, whew, man, that interview was so good. And I'm still mad at it because it was just because it was fucking good. Because it was good. But the Euros, hope you have been watching it. If you like soccer and you haven't been watching it, you're an idiot. I'm not going to give any spoilers. But, watch it. Good stuff. The Red Sox are on a fucking tear. Again, just making me look worse and worse by the day, which is fine. I don't mind. Why would I give a fuck if they do well? Oh, damn you. That $50 that I bet on the under is... I'm going to stick to my guns. I already hedged it, okay? I'll be fine. But, yeah. Let's take a break, huh? Yeah?
The soothing, gentle sounds of strumming an acoustic guitar. Really has nothing to do with this ad at all, but I just want to let you know I have some merchandise at the merch store. bonfire.com/store/complaints. You see, I've made that web address a tad easier. It's still too long, but I don't have any other way to change it, so please indulge me, if you will. I have a few shirts up for sale, including the brand new tagline, "The Village Idiot Has Spoken." That's about it, really. But listen, do yourself a favor. Go to the store, buy a t-shirt, show the world that you don't give a solitary shit about what you listen to on a regular basis. That's bonfire.com/store/complaints and get your complaints and observations merch today.
I hate to jump back to the 4th of July, but I'm horribly unorganized. So the holiday is fine. I don't really have a huge, crazy issue with it, but I hate fireworks. Okay, I'm not that guy. It just,
Thanks for watching 10 TV
oh
News at
jeez,
5.
come
Click
on,
Gordon
come
and for
on,
Andrew.
come on. Add that to the fucking list. Autoplay videos. Fuck off. Bullshit. The whole reason for that is one of the things I was talking about, or wanted to talk about, I should say. So this kid, goalie, 24 years old, Columbus Blue Jackets, died from fucking fireworks. A mortar-style firework tilted and fired at people nearby just happened to fucking hit this poor kid in the chest while he was in a hot tub. Like, what? He was getting out of the hot tub, apparently, and he slipped, fell, hit his head. Just awful. 24, and that's how you fucking die? Like, what a fucking shit way to go. You get to heaven, you're at the gates, and St. Peter's like, hey, what's up? You're way too young to be here. Well, I was at a 4th of July party in a hot tub, and my goalie coach and his family decided to light off mortars. And I got hit in the chest and then fell down, hit my head. Well, that sucks. Come on in, bub. 24. Ugh, man. What a fucking shit way to go. And it sucks because, the people that were there saw it. The people that were lighting the fucking things off, they have to live with it. Let me ask you this. Why even fucking bother? Why bother? Can't you enjoy and celebrate the holiday without lighting off explosives? For what? For what for? What, why? So you can cause a panic attack for your pets? Or anybody with PTSD? Enough. Stop. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, when do we need to fucking just put an end to that shit? It's stupid. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. On the complete opposite side of the coin, that alien motherfucker, Mark Zuckerberg, posting a video of him riding some sort of motorized fucking surfboard or something in his full body Speedo, his full body wetsuit, I should say. Full body Speedo. That's not, I mean, it could be made by Speedo, in which case it's a Speedo, but I don't know. Holding an American flag, playing Bob Denver, Sweet Home. There is so much wrong with that. So much. One, get your fucking hands off the flag, you fucking asshole. Just stop. No one's believing a single fucking thing that you do or say or literally anything. You have zero credibility with a vast majority of the public. Not just the American public, but the world public. Your bullshit is as translucent as your fucking skin, you creepy fuck. But that was such a stupid video. These fucking super rich guys, and I wonder if it's just a side effect, if you will, of being a super rich guy, is that anytime you try to do anything like kitschy or weird or different, people are going to think it's fucking stupid. Maybe that's the case. Like when fucking Elon Musk went on Joe Rogan's podcast and smoked weed, we're like, all right, really? At least I did. I said, big deal, he fucking smoked weed. What? Am I supposed to be impressed? Congratulations? I don't know. But just stop. Stop trying so fucking hard. We already know that you're a fucking weirdo. We don't need anything else. We don't need you to cement the fact that you're a fucking creepy, like, pale-skinned, I don't even know what to call him. Here's the other thing, right? I don't know the guy. He could be a perfectly harmless young man. I don't fucking know. But Jesus Christ, why do you come off like that? Stop. Just stop everything, including Facebook. Stop. Enough. I got a voicemail this week to the voicemail line, 617-65-RIP'EM, or 617-657-4736. 617-657-4736. And I kind of wish I hadn't. It comes from associate producer Dave. It's interesting.
Hey, Dave, love the show, love the show. Listen, I know you're just as excited as I am for the new Space Jam movie, but real question here. How do you feel that Lola the bunny just doesn't have tits anymore? Kind of not even really want to watch anymore, right? What are your thoughts?
I mean, how the fuck am I supposed to respond to that? I'm befuddled for a number of reasons. One, I don't know if he's serious or not. I don't think he is, but would it surprise me if he was? No. I had to go back and watch the new trailer. Yeah, I mean, I had to look to see. It's my duty as the host of the program. Does Lola the bunny have tits anymore? And quite frankly, I couldn't really tell. So he might be onto something. No. But then I went back and looked at the previous incarnation of Lola the bunny, and sure enough, there they were, front and center, literally. So, I have a feeling Space Jam 2 is far more kid-centric than Space Jam 1. I could be wrong here. That's just the feeling that I get. It was a different time in, Space Jams. It could just be that it's not, it's more family friendly than the previous incarnation. I don't know. If you would like to call in and leave a voicemail that doesn't involve animated breasts, please, by all means, 617-657-4736. Love to hear from you. Thank you for the content, David. It's appreciated. It's weird as fuck, but still appreciated. I mean, honestly, when I had to listen to it like 4 times to make sure that what I thought he said was what he said. And yeah, it was right. I mean, I had no intention in seeing Space Jam 2 anyway. Clearly, Dave had different ideas, and now he's on the fence. He's waffling. Because he won't get to see Girl Bunny, a large-breasted Girl Bunny on the screen. I'm sure you can find plenty of it on the internet if need be, Dave. I'm sure a rudimentary Google search of Lola the Bunny nude would probably reveal everything that your weird desires could ever ask for. Man. Very Garth Algar. Not quite, but close. Yeah. Speaking of movies, there is a Val Kilmer documentary that's coming out on Amazon Prime and in theaters. And I saw the trailer for that, and I'm very excited. So Val Kilmer's a weird fucking dude. Always has been, still is, probably always will be. And apparently Val Kilmer has been like recording himself and essentially his life for close to the last 40 years. And he's got thousands upon thousands of VHS tapes, and they essentially have culled footage from this vast collection into a movie. Now, Val Kilmer now has got throat cancer. Can't talk. I mean, he can talk, but it's not good. He has to use a voice box. One of those, those old commercials with the smoking guy had to have his something removed. Sounds like John's lawnmower. But it looks fucking fascinating. It's just titled Val. Val again. I'm so excited to see this movie. I am going to watch this film. I watched the trailer 3 times. Loved it all 3 times. So, as someone who doesn't watch movies, I'm asking to keep an eye out for the Val Kilmer documentary and watch it because it's probably going to be good. If I had to guess, it's going to be good. In fact, it's probably going to be excellent. Because, I mean, think about it. Think about all the fucking movies he's been in. Real Genius, Top Secret, Tombstone, Batman. He was an excellent Batman. I'm sorry, he was. He was smooth. But I mean, he's Iceman, for fuck's sake. That's beyond iconic. But yeah. So soon. Should be coming out soon. Also soon, very exciting. Making moves on the broadcast palace. Getting finally moving in the right direction. Got the electricity fixed. That's all square. Got one of the doors fixed. That's square. A couple of the lights are fixed. So we are progressing. And my hope is that in the next couple of weeks, I can move this train into the station and start broadcasting from the actual broadcast palace. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. That'll be fun. I'll do a big reveal once I'm in there so that all 3 fans of the show can see where this shit's going to be broadcast from moving forward. It is going to require another investment, small investment. Electronics. You got to create like a internet mesh system, if you will, so that I have functioning internet out there, but we'll see. So, yeah. What else did I want to talk about? I could talk more about baseball. I could talk about the Gulf of Mexico being on fire. An oil platform exploding on the Caspian Sea. All sorts of environmental disasters. How my wife has been calling me sunshine to my mother behind my back for years, apparently. No idea. Sunshine. What a fucking kick in the teeth, huh? The nerve. Couldn't believe it. It was just rude. Flat out rude. Sunshine. I had a conversation the other day about school lunches. I, for one, thoroughly enjoyed the lunch at school. I would say pre-high school, not so much. During high school, loved it. The cafeteria game really stepped up once you made the move from junior high school to high school. The quality increased. And so, kudos to the cafeteria staff of the early to mid-90s at Bridgewater Rainham Regional High School. Nicely done. I enjoyed it so much that on a couple of occasions after I graduated, I actually went back to school and had lunch. Eventually, was spotted by one of the proctors, and she realized that I was no longer a student, and off I went. I was escorted from the not escorted, but just yelled at. What are you doing? I was like, I snuck in school to eat lunch. It's fucking $2.50. It's a steal. What can you do, you know? When you like something, you like something. So, the hierarchy of school lunches. Anybody that says pizza is number one is a fool. Because it was so hit or miss. There were two different kinds of pizza at one point in high school. One was like a half moon pizza thing, almost like half of Mama Celeste pizza, and it was awesome. Awesome. But for some reason, it rarely made an appearance. I have a feeling it was a mistake. But the square slice, classic square slice, it was okay. I didn't go out of my way to have that. What I did go out of my way to have, though, was the chicken patty or chicken nuggets with the ice cream scoop of white rice, gravy, and peas. Whew. Top of the fucking heap, let me tell you. That shit was amazing. I would love to be able to recreate that meal. I'm sure it was just fucking like powdered gravy, plain fucking white rice, peas out of a gigantic can. Like that gallon jug can of peas. You know what I'm talking about. And then the case upon case of frozen chicken parts. And back in the early, in 92 to 96, imagine what the fuck passed as chicken. Because this is like hey, we need to be concerned about what these kids are eating. I mean, it was probably all kinds of chicken leavings, rib meat, all kinds of fucking rib meat. Any scrap of meat was jammed together and coated and breaded and called a nugget. Same with the chicken patty. Dark meat. Dark meat tastes better anyway. But, yeah, so school lunches. You can't, it's something that, you think about it fondly, as with most things that you think about from when you were growing up. Because you didn't have a fucking care in the world. Life was awesome. And lunch was $2.50 fucking cents. You can't come close to getting a lunch like that now for $2.50. It's impossible. Man. Love that shit. I need to give me some others. What I'd like to hear. Give me your favorite school cafeteria lunch. I would like to know, what your favorite is. I mean, there has to be something that you like, that you liked, that you remember fondly. I mean, I always found the burgers to be a little weird. There was the fake fucking damn it. The goddamn rib meat sandwich. The pork rib meat sandwich. Why the fuck can't I think of the name of the McDonald's one? Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. But the cheeseburger wasn't that good. There was all kinds of like breakfast for lunch move. That was always a good move. I always enjoyed that. Back in like grade school, there was a fucking clam roll. The fucking clam roll. Oh, it was so disgusting. Oh man, the clam roll. Then you get that like globs of Cisco brand ketchup. Oh, that's so gross. I'm getting sick just thinking about it. That is so disgusting. Oh man, not good. Not good at all. Um, but yeah, Jesus Christ. Clam roll. What else? Let me see what else I can think of here. Gonna be something else. Nothing? Wow. I'm trying to Google like, oh, school lunches. I'm trying to find like a school lunch menu, and I'm not getting anything. School lunch is near me. Oh my god, I am so awful at this. It's so bad. Give me something. I already used Brockton. That didn't do anything for me. Here we go. Hot dogs, meh. The hot dog wasn't that good. Oh, there was the American chop suey. That was always interesting. That was probably my first exposure to American. Well, I shouldn't say that because my mother would make American chop suey, which honestly makes no fucking sense. Like, what is that? It's just fucking pasta and meat sauce. Why do you have to give it a fucking stupid name? Yeah. Don't Google school lunches near you because you'll be disappointed. Oh my goodness. I am like just terrible. I thought that this would be, decent content, and honestly, I can't fucking think of shit. I can't think of any of these fucking things. Like, oh, what was the crap that I used to eat in fucking grade school? That's why I need your help. Listeners, listen. Tell me your favorite school cafeteria lunch. Give me a call. Leave a voicemail, 617-65 rip 'em, 617-657-4736. Let's reminisce. Let's talk about shitty school lunches. The ice cream selection, dynamite. A chipwich. My buddy Rick would probably eat a chipwich every fucking day in high school, like junior year, sophomore year, like every fucking day. And the kid always had money, so he'd like, oh, go get me a chipwich and keep the change. Like, all right, whatever. Oh man. Oh, memories, huh? Well, yeah, a long time ago. My 25th anniversary of high school graduation this year. I think I've mentioned that previously, but I hope we have a reunion just because I enjoyed the last one. So hopefully we have one towards the end of the year. That'll be great. Class of '96. That'd be fun. Also fun. 3 gripes. That's coming up. I just went back and listened to like a couple of the previous segments. This fucking microphone is loud. My apologies. That's bad. Just makes this shitty show that much worse. Oof. Probably picked up the moving chair and shit. All right, anyways, as it is Thursday, it is time for 3 gripes. Gripe number 1, Howard Stern. I found out the other day that this fucking guy, literally takes the entire summer off from doing his show that he only does 3 days a week. I don't pay for Sirius, but if I pay for Sirius, and I was one of these people that paid for Sirius just to listen to Stern, I don't even know how many of those people exist anymore. But holy shit, if I was one of them, I'd be fucking bullshit. It's like, dude, you don't fucking work that much to begin with. Then you're going to take 3 months off? You got a lot of fucking nerve. And apparently he didn't say anything until I think I was told the day prior or the day of his last day before his vacation. Massive slap in the face to all those people, the thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. I don't know how many people actually pay for Sirius. I don't know how many people have a subscription to that. I don't know. But boy, would I be fucking pissed. I mean, I know people that were pissed anyway that he only did like 3 shows a week. But I mean, to take the whole fucking summer off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Okay, gripe number 2. Now, this is a story that came up not too long ago. So I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And the gist of the story is that 30 kids were on a flight from Boston to, I believe, the Bahamas. Yes, Boston to the Bahamas. And there was a stop in Charlotte. So this is probably a really shitty airline, if I had to guess. But apparently when they got to Charlotte and they were getting on the plane to go to the Bahamas, these 30 or so high school kids decided that they weren't going to wear a mask anymore. Now, it is FCC regulated, not the FCC. Is it the FCC? I can't fucking figure out. Whatever organization oversees flying in the country says that you still have to wear a mask on a plane. I don't understand it. But that's what they say. So you have to do it. If you want to fly in this country, you got to wear a fucking mask on the plane. It's a federal mandate. Well, these fucking entitled fucks decided they weren't going to do it. So what happened? American Airlines said, get the fuck off the plane. They canceled the flight. So now everybody else on that plane missed their fucking flight. They were given vouchers to stay at the hotel, a hotel, I should say. But it's bullshit. And the fucking kids had to stay in the airport because they were too young to actually check into a hotel room. I'm very curious who the fuck lets a plane full of high school kids go to the Bahamas unsupervised. And then I'm curious how all these fucking idiots were actually allowed to get on the plane the next day and continue their trip. The big problem here, okay? The fucking flat out audacity of these little spoiled, entitled fucks is astonishing to me. Every single one of those kids should be put on the fucking no-fly list. They should never be able to set foot in a fucking airplane ever again. If you fuck with my trip, ooh, we are going to have fucking problems. I put out a tweet at ComplaintsPod about this, trying to figure out where these kids were from, not expecting anything. I actually got a reply from somebody who says that they might be from Winthrop. If you have any connections in Winthrop or if you know anybody in Winthrop, please give them a hearty fuck you on behalf of all these poor people that were on the plane with these fucking jerk-off kids who decided they were going to make some stupid fucking political statement and ruin other people's vacation. You had to wear the mask in Boston to get to Charlotte. And what do you think? You can just fucking take it off at that point on the way to the Bahamas? No, that's not how this fucking works. Spoiled, entitled fucking pieces of shit. Winthrop. Honestly, fuck off. I don't even, I don't want to be telling tales out of school here, but if these kids are from Winthrop, that whole fucking town should be embarrassed. Embarrassed by that garbage. Gripe number 3. So I put out an APB the other day looking for a local college athlete that the show could sponsor. I was jumping on board, getting on the train here with this, name, image, and likeness. Bullshit that's going on in terms of college kids being able to finally cash in on their name, image, and likeness. And I wanted to get involved. I wanted to come up with just the dumbest fucking sponsorship ever. I mean, like, dumb shit. I want to sponsor kids with dumb shit. Like, I'll give you like $50, but then every month I'll give you fucking like Elio's Pizza. I'll buy you a hot plate for your dorm room. If they even still have those things anymore. I don't know. I'll buy you that poster of the 2 chicks making out. A bunch of just really dumb shit. And I got no response, as I expected, but honestly, this is a good idea. As with most of the ideas that I have, it's a good idea. Because I want to so thoroughly embarrass or attempt to embarrass the NCAA because I can't stand them. They're a terrible bunch of people. It's a horrible organization, and I want to embarrass them. So if you or anyone you happen to know is a college athlete, any sport, I'm not looking for like a big time D1 guy, nothing along those lines. In fact, I would prefer like a D3 a D3 like backup offensive lineman. That's my kind of college athlete. So if you know anybody or if you happen to be somebody, I ask that you reach out. Let's talk. Let's figure some out. Let's do some dumb shit together and thoroughly make a mockery of this entire thing. What could be more fun than making a mockery of something that's already been mocked incessantly? Problem is that everybody that's doing it now is being very serious about it. I don't like that. Nobody likes that really because, there's some kid at Miami, football player, who apparently is inked already like over $500,000 worth of endorsement deals. It's like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? I can't. The thing that I'm waiting for is the dumb commercials. I'm waiting for the cheesy Southern car dealerships to start pumping out commercials with like Alabama players. It's going to be phenomenal, and I'm here for it. And I want to do something even dumber. So get on board. So if you know anybody in college that plays a sport, any sport, that wants to participate in something stupid, let me know. I'm all ears. And that is all for the show. This show this week, garbage. Hot, steaming pile of shit. And if you made it this far, you know full well that this was a terrible episode, way worse than usual. I had a conversation earlier with a friend of the show, Evan Glasser, my why did I say it like that? Evan Glasser, my Aussie friend, who asked how I did interviews, and I told him it was via Zoom, but I made sure to tell him, make sure you're recording, otherwise you're going to look fucking stupid. So, but again, terrible show this week, just gross. Like, what am I doing? I do this because I enjoy talking into a microphone to no one in particular. Don't know why, I just do. It's weird. But seriously, that's all for the show. Please visit my fucking A. My Twitter page at ComplaintsPod, my Instagram page also at ComplaintsPod. I have a Facebook page, but seriously, fuck Facebook. I have a YouTube page that I don't do anything with. 617-65-RIP'em, 617-657-4736. Call in, leave a voicemail, complain, talk about something. If you have a favorite high school cafeteria food, I'd love to hear it. That'd be terrific. Go to the website, complaintsandobservations.com. I think I'm going to start blogging more. I have a merch store, bonfire.com/complaints. Check it out. Got some merch up there. Love you to support the show. I think that's it. Yeah, if you want to be on the show, let me know. Send me a text, send me an email, showmail at complaintsandobservations.com. Or hit me up on any of my various social media channels. This is a lot of work for something so bad. But I don't care. Don't care. But that's it. Thank you, as always. It is very much appreciated. So please, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Godspeed. That was gross. Godspeed. Ta-ta.